Welcome to the Mystery Snapshots of History, where the past holds more secrets than you ever imagined. The construction of a railroad bridge across the Kansas River, completed in 1867, marked a key development in regional transportation. It helped link cities and supported economic growth in the area. In this California bar recorded in 1889, patrons are seated on chairs made from bear hides. The bartender, Seth Kinman, was a well-known hunter who claimed to have killed 800 bears. He crafted the chairs as a bold representation of the American frontier's rugged nature. In 1878, the Buffalo Hide Yard in Dodge City, Kansas, displayed 40 buffalo hides. The scene illustrates the scale of the buffalo trade at the time. Buffalo Bill, known both as a buffalo hunter and a showman, played a major role in shaping the myth of the Wild West. He founded Buffalo Bill's Wild West, a performance show that introduced characters like Annie Oakley and Cody himself to audiences worldwide. In this image, several men are firing their guns near the feet of another man inside an old saloon in Wyoming. This dangerous game, called the bullet dance, required the person to dodge live gunfire as a test of nerve. This image from 1896 shows Bill Doolin, a well-known outlaw and leader of the Wild Bunch gang. Active in the Oklahoma Territory, he became notorious for robberies and escapes. He was eventually tracked and killed during a raid led by Sheriff Heck Thomas near Lawson, Oklahoma. This photo shows a woman wearing a mask and bonnet, likely taken in the late 19th century. At the time, masks were commonly used to protect against illnesses like influenza or smallpox. The Texas Rangers were recognized for their skill in tracking fugitives and maintaining security along the frontier. A photo from 1885 shows Company F of the Frontier Battalion, a group known for decisive actions during this period. The Gem Theater, owned by Al Swearin, was located in Deadwood, South Dakota, in 1878. It was a popular entertainment venue during the height of the gold rush. Doc Holliday appears in his 1872 dental school graduation photo at age 20. John Henry Doc Holliday later became known for abandoning dentistry and becoming a gunslinger in the American West. Butch Cassidy was one of the most notorious outlaws of the Wild West. As the leader of the Wild Bunch gang, he became known for his strategic thinking and bold robberies, which later inspired films and legends. Harry Longabaugh, known as the Sundance Kid, gained fame for his bold actions and partnership with Butch Cassidy. Together, they became two of the most well-known outlaws of the late 19th century. In 1890, two sex workers posed for a photo inside a brothel in Alaska. During the Wild West era, a high male-to-female ratio in mining towns led to a significant rise in the number of brothels. Laura Bell McDaniel became a notable figure in Colorado for her influence and her management of high-end brothels. Her charisma and business skills earned her recognition in the Wild West. Thomas Edward Ketchum, known as Blackjack, lived from 1866 to 1901. He was a gang leader and outlaw who committed train robberies in New Mexico and Texas. His criminal activities ended with his arrest and execution. Morgan Earp, brother of Wyatt Earp, played a major role in law enforcement during the Wild West. He was involved in the famous gunfight at the OK Corral in Tombstone in 1881. The Earp family is remembered for their efforts to restore order during a chaotic time. Deadwood, known for its gold rush in 1876, became a central gathering point for miners and adventurers seeking fortune in the Dakota Territory. The Klondike Dance Hall and Saloon in Seattle, Washington, was a popular destination in the city's nightlife during the Wild West era. Arizona, in 1898, experienced rapid railroad expansion, marking a period of significant infrastructure growth. Geyser Springs, a well-known tourist destination in the 19th century, attracted visitors with its hot springs and scenic landscapes. This photograph from around 1892 shows a young woman working in an entertainment house in Pennsylvania, a typical setting during the Wild West period. George Carnac was a lumberjack active in the 19th century, a time when the timber industry was vital to development across the western frontier. Fred W. Luring, a correspondent shown here with his mule, was killed in an Apache attack 2 days after this photo was taken in Arizona in 1871. Ox-drawn wagons crossed the Kala River near San Carlos, Arizona, in 1885. This type of crossing was common during westward expansion. In 1886, after the capture of Chief Geronimo, many Apache people were forced to surrender and move to reservations. The image reflects a tense period during the Indian Wars. At the Sherman Ranch in Genesee, Kansas, in 1902, a cowboy stands with his lasso, watching over the herd. Other cowboys are seen waiting on the distant horizon, set against the vast open land. In September 1885, Jimmy McKinn, age 11, was captured by Geronimo. When the Apaches surrendered in March 1886, he refused to return to his family, choosing instead to remain with the Apache. The photo was taken before Geronimo's surrender to General Crook. Bass Reeves, a former slave, was the first black deputy to serve west of the Mississippi River. He arrested over 3,000 criminals and killed 14 outlaws in self-defense, preferring to bring suspects in alive for trial. Geronimo was known for his resistance to U.S. expansion into native lands. As one of the last native leaders to surrender, his struggle became a lasting symbol of indigenous resistance. Items such as masks and shoes were made from the skin of big-nosed George Parrott after his arrest in 1881. His case illustrates the harsh justice often applied to infamous criminals in the Wild West. A sandstorm over Midland, Texas, in 1894 is captured in this image. These storms were frequent due to the region's dry climate and lack of vegetation. In 1875, James B. Jim Hawkins confidently displays his weapons. He was the founder of Company D of the Texas Rangers, known for his firm stance in defending the southern border of Texas. The first house built at the present site of Dodge City, Kansas, was constructed around August 1872. Cowboy Nat Love is shown around 1900. Born a slave in 1854 in Tennessee, he gained his freedom after the Civil War and moved west. In 1876, he earned the nickname Deadwood Dick after winning a major rodeo in Deadwood. In 1889, a new immigrant arrives in a developing town, seeking land. Guthrie, Oklahoma, was one of the locations central to the Great Land Rush. Photos like this captured daily life during a time when caravans transported vital supplies for settlers. General George Custer, seen here, was a prominent figure in U.S. military history, especially in 1863. He rose to fame during the Civil War and later took part in Western frontier battles. The Apache Kid was known for his skills as a guide. After serving in the Army, a series of events changed his path and turned him into a symbol of Apache resistance. William H. Bonney, better known as Billy the Kid, was a notorious outlaw and gunslinger active between 1859 and 1881. He became a legendary figure through his involvement in events like the Lincoln County War, and his life inspired numerous films and popular stories. The Gem Theater, popular in the late 19th century, was a major entertainment venue in Deadwood, a gold rush town. Along with gambling, it hosted shows and attracted well-known visitors like Wild Bill Hickok and Calamity Jane. Curly Bill was a prominent name in the Wild West, known for leading the cowboys during violent clashes in Tombstone, Arizona. His group was involved in conflicts with the Earp brothers, marking a significant chapter in Western history. Olive Oatman was taken from her family at age 14-1851 during an attack in Arizona that killed her parents. Tattooed by the Mojave and separated from her sister, she became a notable figure of the Wild West after her release. James "Killing Jim" Brown Miller was a complicated figure who worked as both a gunslinger and a lawman. His ruthless reputation made him one of the most feared men of the Wild West. The Lincoln County Regulators were formed in New Mexico in 1878 and operated in Chavez County during land disputes. Led by figures like Billy the Kid, they became known for confronting local corruption and shaping the region's lawless history. Virginia City, during this period, was a successful mining center thanks to the discovery of silver. The city attracted a large workforce, and its mines ranked among the most profitable in the western United States. Annie Oakley, born in 1860, was a well-known American sharpshooter, famous for her precise marksmanship. She gained international attention performing in Buffalo Bill's show and became one of the first women to achieve recognition in this field. John Horton Slaughter, a notable sheriff and rancher in the Wild West, worked to maintain order in difficult and often violent regions.